we are talking about Toy Story 5, of course. You provide the voice of Sporky. How does one prepare for that? Do you study sporks? Do you go to a spork factory? I can't imagine a method acting approach would work. I mean, how do we do that?
I know. He is a spork. They call him Forky because I don't think they were allowed to get the spork name or something. So
Thank you
they,
for clarifying, because I
they
thought I misheard.
yeah,
Okay.
they call him Forky. And also it's really cute because Bonnie, who made it, she didn't know a spork. She just saw a fork. So that's why she called him Forky.
There you go.
But how is it getting involved in Forky? Well, it's not difficult because Forky is so full of life, so curious, asks a lot of questions, very blunt. Forky's pretty much what I would like to be. Like he just he just goes up, he just says the facts. He keeps it real. Like there's one scene where there's like a lizard and the first one had died and everybody's like, what happened or something? And Forky's like, let me explain it to you. The first one's dead.
Well, and you have the best line in this movie, by the way, referring to the marriage and how difficult it's going to be.
He's like, this is going to be hard. I love it, but it's going to be hard.
So do you remember a favorite toy when you were younger?
Oh yeah, I had. You remember the Muppet Show? Because
Of course.
I was a huge and continue to be a big Muppet fan. Scooter was my favorite toy because he reminded me of me. He had glasses. He was a little nerdy, and I was convinced he had asthma, so I would always put my inhaler in his hand, which is really sad.
Great. No, well, that whole thing's about identification. So
Exactly. And I was
obviously
like,
that's what you were
represent,
doing.
man, represent the asthmatics of the world.
So we're on part 5 of this franchise.
Mm.
Why do we keep coming back to this? What do you think the appeal is? Why do we? I mean, we just and each one works as well.
Each one works. I mean, it's really uh, having been invited to this family of Pixar, which is still overwhelming to me. They don't tell a story unless there's a story to tell. And looking at our landscape, looking how technology is not going away, and just talking. They don't come from a place of bashing it in this movie. They just come from a place of like nothing is going to replace human connection.
Mhm.
And I just think if there's not a more relevant story to talk about, which a lot of people don't want to talk about, but it's all around us.
I'm glad, and I appreciated the approach that they took. You're right; it's not going away. We're going to have to deal with this somehow.
Yeah.
My brother has an antique store, and he's told
Hmm.
me that one of the things he can't keep in the store are old cameras. He says young people come
Wow.
in, they'll buy them. He's asked them why, and apparently they like to take them apart, see how they work. And I find that encouraging as far as
Yeah.
wanting to get back to this tangible thing
Yes.
related to the toys as well, that interaction. So I'm finding that encouraging.
That is actually super encouraging to hear that because it's my daughter just got a Polaroid camera and it's her favorite thing.
Uh-huh.
She likes to when she takes the picture, she puts it under a book because it needs to stay dark and all this kind of stuff. And it's like there's a throwback to analog, which I love.
And I try to explain to my son, you don't understand what you're missing. I mean, I would go to a record store, I'm flipping through stuff.
Mm.
Oh, that looks interesting. I'll give that a try. They don't
Mhm.
have that, and there's no replacing that.
There is no replacement. There's no replacing the mixtapes we used to make for each other, waiting by the radio to see when our song was going to show up in the top 40.
Play.
All that stuff. It's the
Now,
best.
I know your daughter is 20. I don't know if
Mm.
grandchildren are in your future. Let's hope so.
Mm.
Uh, what are your concerns? What kind of advice would you give, I mean, as far as this whole technology thing? Because it can be scary at times.
Yeah, it can. And I think, I mean, not to keep repeat the connection thing, but it's not just that it shouldn't replace human connection, but that just connection with your kids is key because I, as a parent, can say that I have to watch it, you
Oh,
know,
yeah.
because she's watching me. And so, as much as we don't want it to go away, it can only start with us.
Mhm.
And we have to each make the choice to not make it such a priority in our lives because all those little ones are watching us.
Mhm. And as you say, it's so difficult. I mean, you just start with the
Yeah,
scrolling. Before you know it, a half hour is gone. And
exactly.
yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. So I know you're busy, so final question. The economy has been kind of out of control lately for a lot of different factors.
Mm.
And I was wondering if you could tell me what's the price of a banana now?
I mean, according to Lucio Bluth, I'm sure it went up to like $15.
I think that's a very modest estimation, but
I mean,
yeah,
in
yeah.
her world, I mean, that just makes total sense. I mean, she started at 10, now it's 15, clearly.
All right, that makes sense. It makes sense. Tony Hale, thanks so much for talking to me today. I really
Thank
appreciate it.
you. That was fun. Nice to see you.